I'll do another video here from yours truly on my DVDs, like physical, other one for the physical media. You can see it all there. Yeah, I want to make more videos eventually. I just need to get more organized. Yeah, I'm using this. Yeah, this is a subject here, the Fox Critic. Yeah, I've gave you a video a like. Thanks for you providing this screenshot here. You know, you'd just watch that video for more information. You can see there before 2002. Yeah, this is There was VHSs. Don't have any VHSs. I mean, I do have a. I actually have one, but I ordered it by accident from America. That's a whole other story there. But if you can see that, yeah, thanks to Fox Critic. I've got quite a few of them. I gathered all of them up on before 2002. Yeah. But on the sub, like I'll try and make this like. I'll try not to wamble on too much. Wall-E, yeah, just showing you the ones I've got there. Like for 90 years, 18 years. Then they changed it in 2020. Wall-E, yeah, it's my favourites. I've still got one of my favourite of Pixar's. I've still got quite a few to collect. I don't know what's been going on with that studio lately. Yeah, you seen that badge I got earlier, so makes sense. The PG. Got a 12, yeah. Red Dwarf, yeah. Dave Lister, Cat. Wimmer and Quain. Donnie Darko, yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal. You see, that's it's still got that. They don't do that anymore. You know about like the references in the films. So yeah, it's cult classic. Obviously, the time 28 years is in the theaters right now, and I don't know if I'd ever. I mean, maybe I'll watch it. I don't know if they're still showing it. You know, currently. It's 28 years, but yeah, it all started with the 28 days. February. Well, about roughly a month, innit? Yeah, you can see there from 2020 upwards. The Doomsday Decade. Super Mario Bros. The Red Door. Sidious. I got the box set of it. Possessor, yeah. The Cronenberg. That's his son, yeah. Keep it in the family, you know, directors. And yeah, as a bit of an extra, I just put in a E for exemption, yeah, Planet Earth, yeah. There you go, like, yeah, watching animals kill each other and, you know, get on with it in the jungle, yeah. E for exemption, yeah, I think it originally like came in the triangle shape and it was like green, but yeah, E for exemption, yeah. Planet Earth. Right, I don't want to wamble too much. These are all the DVDs I have before, or released before 2002. So, I've put them in like stacks, you know, like comedy, horrors, and like animations. You know, the PGs are there. And yeah, these are the all-star cast one. All-star cast. Sorry, I kind of zone out. You know, I don't really rehearse for these things. All-stars. All-star A-list celebrities, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to fucking get me editing right one day. Right, so we have Midnight Express, 20th anniversary edition. I've had this for quite a long time. I used to have this on videotape. It was actually taped off the TV. Channel 5. Yeah, Brad Davis. John Hurt's in there. Randy Quaid. And, yeah, I think that's, the guy who played his dad. I can't remember who he was. And it's a very harrowing film about, like, a guy, yeah. I don't want to go on about it. I just want to get through these. But yeah, the chase scene, you know, Giorgio, yeah, I like the Godfather of electronic funk. You know, he did the soundtrack of the chase when he's trying to get away from the. You seem like a nice enough kid to me, Billy. Yeah, Billy Hayes. Whiskey. Yeah. I'm gonna have to make a separate video about that. Cape Fear, yeah. Robert De Niro and yeah, her that was on a what is it? From Dawn Until Dusk. Yeah, De Niro, yeah, he plays this ex-con hellbent on revenge, yeah. Sideshow Bob, yeah, you get what I mean. Dancer with Wolves, yeah, with Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner's been in quite a lot of impressive films. You know, he's been in yeah, I liked him in The Untouchables. It's about like, yeah, the frontiers. You know, it's about the Native Americans and this United States Army man feels sorry for him, and he helps out. It's a long film. Yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson. It's one of my favourite films. This, absolutely love it. Yeah, I don't really want to go into much detail about it. You just have to watch it. It's yeah, just watch it. Meet Joe Black. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I've wanted to watch. I wanted to watch this film for quite a while, and I've just recently watched it, and I don't really like it really. It's got Brad Pitt and Anthony Hopkins. It's a bit of a strange film. It's got an impressive soundtrack. The Abyss with Ed Harris. Yeah, he was in Ed Harris. He was in The Walk, wasn't he? He's been in a lot of other things. It's about like aliens, but instead of up in space, you know, they're in those like sea trenches, you know, like deep underwater, you know, like where you get the bends, you know, the pressure. It's this is the extended edition, The Abyss. American History. Oh, that's a bit of a spicy one, isn't it? Edward Norton, Edward Furlong. I think Edward Furlong. He was in Terminator 2 and a lot of other things. But yeah, very very problematic subject matter there. I don't really want to go on about it. The Believer. Yeah, Ryan Gosling. Yeah, Billy Zane of Titanic's in it. But yeah, that's another kind of powerful, controversial, you know, kind of philosophy. It's a bit of a dark philosophy to it. The Patriot with Mel Gibson. Yeah, but after he did the whole freedom, you know, like William Wallace thing, yeah, he fought the Brits. He fought the Brits again. Well, he fought the English again. So, Robert Zemeckis' film Castaway. Tom Hanks, one of my favourite films, and I have made fire, Wilson. Yeah, it's a very well known film. Yeah, Panic Room, Jodie Foster. Forrest Whitaker's in there as well. So I've not watched it in quite a long time. It's just a very gripping thriller, you know. I think it came out in 2000, 2001. Yeah, and then 2002 happened. AI. Yeah, not artificial intelligence. It's that word is quite tensional to say that now, isn't it? There's a bit, yeah. I don't want to go on about that. Haley Joel Osment, he was in The Sixth Sense with Bruce Lee. Jude Law. It's about a robo boy. It's about robots basically. So, Starship Troopers. Yep, I love this. Like great. Came out in 1997, I think. It was good. It's got a Disney sticker on there, hasn't it? Now, I don't know how I got this one, but I don't know what's going on with the Disney sticker. Is it Claude? Oh, I can't remember his name. It says it there. I just know Clancy Brown. He plays a drill instructor, and the guy who did Sam Fisher, Michael Ironside. Starship Troopers. I recommend it. He's a great intergalactic action creature feature with space soldiers. Total Recall. Schwarzenegger. Yeah, he's also in it. Ironside. And quite a few other people I can't name, but yeah, Total Recall. Yeah, it's if you haven't seen it, I know they made a remake, but Air Force One, Harrison Ford, Gary Oldman, yeah, they you can't with another Disney sticker. What is going on with the Disney stickers? it's about the Russians and the Americans, and there's certainly some tension. You can't exactly really go on about that. Well, yeah, it's best not to. The hijack Air Force One, Russian terrorists, militants, and the one who would release this communist general. And yeah, I did love this film. I used to have it on VHS. Well, I didn't. Well, I just watched it a lot. I just like the Harrison. I want my family back. Yeah, there's more to Harrison Ford than he's the president, not the archaeologist. Mortal Kombat, Annihilation. I don't know. I don't know how that got in there. It's not an all-star celebrity. Yeah, I like the first one better. Right. Oh yeah, I was supposed to move them over there, but just give me a minute. There they are. I'm hoping it doesn't go wrong here. I'm already about 10 minutes in. Right. This gets much views or not, I don't care. I'm just doing it for a blog, really. Right, creature features. We're going to move on to horrors. Creature features. Tremors with Kevin Bacon. It was after that Footloose and before the Hollow Man. And he did those commercials for that mobile company, is it EE? Yeah, I've only watched this a few times. I'll have to watch it again. I know it was a franchise. They made several more. But yeah, it's all Bacon. I'll put them over here now. I don't know why it's got 3 on it, but Eight-Legged Freaks with David Arquette. And this was, I loved watching this. I was a teenager at the time. This came out when I was about 14, I think. And just who else was in it? It was Scarlett Johansson. Yes, he played a teenage self in that stuff. But yeah, it's about giant spiders. I think that Doug's in it as well. Guy. I think he was in a Cool Runnings. And yeah, it's about giant spiders. Really, it's like a horror comedy. So it's got that old-fashioned design. Like a type of, like that type of sleeve thing. But yeah. Oh yeah, this is an interesting one. I think I'm probably going to include this with another lineup of creature features or whatever in another video. Earth versus the Spider. Dan Aykroyd's obviously in there, I didn't know Dan Aykroyd was in this picture. And yeah, I can't really think of the other actors. But yeah, it's like a bit of a dark spin on Spider-Man. It's like it's like Spider-Man, but if it was The Fly, with Jeff Goldblum, the David Cronenberg film. So it's quite creepy. It's quite it's kind of disturbing in a way. Science made him a mutant. Nature made him a killer. So he's like, he's a bit of a pushover and like a security guard, and he has a bit of a love interest. Dan Aykroyd's a detective. He injects himself with this spider serum to do with where he's working, and it doesn't really turn him into a superhero, put it that way. So, just watch it for yourself. It's very... John Chow, before I forget. John Chow's in there, the guy off he took a piss on a Whistler. No, not Whistler. Stifler. Whistler. Stifler. American Pie, and, he's like Harold and Kumar get the munchies. We all know that dude, don't we? Plays Devon Gummersills, he plays the spider's best friend in it. Right. The Devil's Advocate. Hooah! Yeah, Keanu Reeves, Al Pacino, devil worship, hooah! Because it's Al Pacino, yeah. Hooah! The newest attorney at the world's most powerful law firm has never lost a case, but he's about to lose his soul. So, I don't want to give much about this film away. It came out in 1997. These are New York horrors now. On the subject of horror, we've just done the creature features. So, it's about Satanism, satanic demonic cults in law firms. That's all you need to know. I don't really want to give much away. You have to. Oh yeah, it's got that old-fashioned. This film will have an adult theme. It may have some strong scenes, sex, or violence, or bad language. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Quite a long film. Got the Warner Bros. I don't know if you can see the year there. I think it came out in. Yeah, that's my. Well, Region 2. Yeah, not Region 1 or 4, but I think China's Region 5, isn't it? I don't know. American Psycho with Christian Bale. Yeah, he's not really much of the Batman hero there, was he? And you see all the other Willem Dafoe's in there. Yeah, they've made quite a few documentaries, like analyse this. It's aged quite well. It's about a guy. Well, I don't want to spoil it just in case you haven't seen it. I mean, it's about a do-gooder stockbroker businessman type. I think it's set in the 80s, and he's, as I said, a lot of people. It's been coming up in documentaries, that been analysed. It's been quite. It's an interesting film. As if people have made YouTube videos about it. The Lost Boys. Sleep all day, party all night, never grow old, never die. It's fun to be a vampire. Right, we're on to the vampires now. Keith and Sunderland's in there. And yeah, it's just about... I think it's in California, and it's about these like young 80s punks that are vampires. On the Warner Bros. Yeah, it's got that thing there. Interview with a Vampire. Yeah, it's got that design again. Special edition. Brad Pitt. Antonio Banderas. Tom Cruise. Christian Slater. Yeah. Stephen Weir. Yeah, it's got... Yeah, CAX. It's just a second-hand... it's where you get second-hand traded in DVDs. I think I tried to whip off a sticker there. So yeah, it's about a historical film about vampires. Kirsten Dunst in there as well. She plays a kid. Well, a kid that can't grow up because she got bit as a kid. Right. Wes Craven presents Wishmaster. Right, before we go any further, Wishmaster is one of my favourite horror films for some reason. I just like it. It's just... People are so gullible towards these, like, malevolent forces, such as a djinn. The guy who played one of the terrorists off, Air Force One, he was in there. Wes Craven, Freddy, the guy who played Freddy Krueger, Robert England, or he's in there. So it's about an evil genie, basically. Yeah, I'm bloody going on too much here. Wishmaster 2, yeah, it's not as good as the first one. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. So, this is an anthology. I think it was based off like Tales from the Crypt Keeper, something like that. But yeah, this I do want to make more horror anthology. Yeah, I forgot how you pronounce it. I do want to make more films on that. YouTube videos. 13 Ghosts. Yeah, the guy off Scream was in this. They played one of the psychos. Yeah, this is a very interesting film. When I first saw it, it kind of spooked me a bit. It was a bit visually quite delirious, to be honest. It was came out in 2001. I think I was about 13 then. I think I was about 13 when I watched this. It's an interesting film. Yeah, I don't want to say much about it if you've not seen it. House on Haunted Hill. Yeah. Jeffrey Rush is in this. This is the only noticeable name I can think of. Jeffrey Rush, before he was Captain Barboss, he was... Yeah, this is quite a disturbing film. It's set in a insane asylum. It's about these people that get lured there, and they're supposed to stay a night in this haunted insane asylum, and it's like I think Jeffrey Combs plays a part in there. He plays one of the like dead surgeons, you know, the murderous ghosts, and it's very some parts of it are very gruesome and very like insanity inducing. You know that bit where he's like, yeah, like Jeffrey Rush is like he's got those goggles on and isn't stuck into that schizophrenia cure machine, and it's got a lot of disturbing shit in this. But when I seen it at the time. Right, Evil Speak, Clint Howard. Yeah, Clint Howard, he was well, he was in The Grinch. You know, he played that like suck-up guy who shaved his hair off. And I think he was in that film called The Ice Cream Man. There's been quite a lot of films, Clint Howard. And this is when he was a young man, like kind of teenager. And yeah, he summons, you know, he uses dark magic to get revenge on these school bullies, you know, military school. So, yeah. Right, classics. Right. The Exorcist. With, yeah, you don't need me to go on about this film, do you? Stanley Kubrick's The Kubrick State, The Shining. I think this was re-released as a 15 now, I think. The best, yeah, another one by Nicholson. Here's Johnny. Here's Maxie. Yeah, phenomenal actor. Yeah, he's retired now, Nicholson. Right, we're going to go to serial killers now. SOS, Summer of Sam. Yeah, this is like the 44 caliber killer. You'll have to. I've got quite a few serial killer films. I'm gonna have to like maybe make a few videos like to go into depth because yeah, we're all getting carried away. Yeah, it was like 1990. Is it 1977? Set in New York. Dahmer. I've got like quite a few films on Dahmer. I think I've got up to about 3. Yeah, we all know about Dahmer, don't we? Right, here we go. Right, New Zealand horror. Right, in particularly Peter Jackson. Bad Taste. Obviously one of his early experimental ones. I've only watched this a few times, but yeah, it's very sort of in your face, sort of like very limited budget gore, very... I don't know, just watch it. It was his early days. It's about aliens and some New Zealand locals try to fight him. Brain Dead, yeah, we just watch it. It's one of the most gross out films you can ever see. I mean, it's called Dead Alive in the States, America. I don't know what it's called in Australasia, you know, New Zealand and Australia, or other parts of the world, but it's called Brain Dead in the UK. And yeah, I was bloody blown away when I first watched that. Yeah, I got an additional one here. The Ugly. This is set in New Zealand. I've only watched it a few times, and it's not very, very memorable, but I don't know, it's just good to watch the once. It's about, yeah, just look it up yourself. Right, we're going to go on to like Chinese action. Looks like these are the only ones I've got. I mean, I think I might have missed a few out. I think I might have Violent Cop, but it's too late now. I've got Violent Cop, and that's Japanese, and I've got Violent Cop, and that's an 18, but I think I might have forgot that. So yeah, it's too far into the video now. I can't be bothered to get it. Right, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Come on, Crouching Tiger, don't hide that dragon. Yeah, Chris Tucker said that. Jet Li, Once Upon a Time in China, the trilogy. We're going on to Jet Li now. It's kind of like an historic... it's to do with the colonial times in China. Right, Jet Li again, Kiss of the Dragon. It's yeah, I love this. Set in Paris. You know, it's like... yeah, Jet Li is a very... good martial artist actor. We've got Bruce Lee, the big boss. Yeah, I've got Enter the Dragon. That's that's got that waiting again, but I need to get, I don't have Game of Death yet. Or Way of the Dragon. Fist of Fury. Yeah. Right, now we're going to go on to the comedies. Excuse me. Beetlejuice. Yeah, I've seen Beetlejuice. It's not bad. Not like, it's one of the Baldwins. Is it Alec Baldwin? Michael Keaton, Gina Davis. Yeah, she was on The Fly, wasn't she? And yeah, it came out in 1988. One of Tim Burton's memorable classics. It's kind of a horror comedy, but yeah. Dude, Where's My Car? Yeah. Stifler, yeah. Or Sean William Scott. Aston Kutcher. I think he was on. He's been on other things, hasn't he? I just can't remember. Just Married, wasn't he? Yeah, very wacky, sort of stoner humour. So, Dude, Where's My Car? Bubble Boy, Jake Gyllenhaal? And maybe she was off Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, I don't know. And Vern Troyer's in it. Yeah, there's quite a lot of yeah, it's very, oh yeah, there we go. Very unique. It's like a world movie. It's, yeah, just check it out yourself. Right, we're going on to Jim Carrey now. Me, Myself and Irene. There's Something About Mary, yeah. I used to have that on VHS. Well, my mum and dad did. Yep. Actually, he's the only one there is. Yeah. Another one from Jim Carrey. Like a Glove. Alrighty then. Ice Cube, Chris Tucker. Friday. I haven't seen Next Friday, but yeah, I kind of. I think my dad's friend. Well, he donated. Well, he was giving this away, so I kind of checked it out. So yeah, Friday. Boys in the Hood humour. The Nutty Professor. One of it. Yeah. Eddie Murphy. Yeah. Before I did the voice of the donkey and the Haunted Mansion. It was, yeah, I love the outtakes in that film. Yeah, the second one, The Clumps. Adam Sandler is Little Nicky. Be unafraid, be very unafraid. Devilishly funny. Sandler has, yeah, The Talking Dog from Hell. Yeah, I loved that. I used to watch it quite a lot when I was before I was 18. Cool Runnings. Yep. You wanna kiss my egg? Yep, John Candy, the guy who was on Uncle Buck. And yeah, Cool Runnings. Same year was Eddie the Eagle at 1988 Olympics. Winter Olympics. Right, I need a new case for this. Right, we're going on to British films now. Going on to like gangsters and hooligans. So I need a new box for this. Yeah, Paul Battery. Yeah, he's yeah. It's like The Craze. It's some parts of this are quite violent, and yeah, it's got Cinema Club on this. Oh, I need a new box. Yeah, Cinema Club. Yeah, they don't do Cinema Club anymore. Violent gangster film, basically. With Cockneys. ID, set in London, Shadwell Town. So it's about an undercover cop who he goes undercover as a hooligan. And yeah, I think he was on a Clockwork Orange. And can't think of his name. Warren something. So yeah, it's quite, some scenes of it are quite violent. This came out in 1989, and it's just hooliganism. It's about like 1980s hooliganism, like soccer soccer ball fans, you know, like fist fights and like, you know, trashing pubs and shit like that. So yeah, I do like this film, but he kind of gets a bit carried away, you know, because as a police officer, it's kind of like, well, yeah, I don't want to give too much away. Human Traffic. I think Howard Marks guest starred in this. Is it, you know, the guy he was, you know, Mr. Nice, you know, there's a film about his life. He was you know, he smuggled in weed, you know, he was a weed trafficker and all that. Human Traffic. It's about like, yeah, 90s youth basically. So it's about 90s youth. Yeah, like the wave scene, like they're all into ecstasy and all that sort of party shit. Mixed by Pete Tong, and yeah, good time to be alive. You know, they say that about the 20th century, where when the war, well, after the 1950s anyway. In you know, for the general public, if they could afford to get a few ones and cokes and, you know, share the love or pop the love with. Mike Bassett, England manager. I was talking about popping pills. Yeah, this Vicky Tomlinson, he was on the royal family and he plays the England manager, and it's like, this came out in 2001, I think. Or was it? This he's a crap manager. He just keeps he's England's manager, and he just keeps they just keep losing repetitively. You know, like I think it was set in like the World Cup, or like a fictional World Cup in Brazil. I mean, I know they played it in. It was set there in 2014. It was in Korea and Japan in 2002, but it's quite funny actually, because it's about like England, you know, the underdogs. They can't, when it comes to football, the failures. I mean, lately they come close, but the bloody failures at football, aren't they? Just stick to your darts and, you know, your Olympic medals or whatever. Fucking English can't play football, can they? Well, they can play for the league teams, but not for the national team. Right, this is an interesting one. Tube Tales. You can see Bob Hoskins is in there. Where Winston and Rachel Weisz, is it? And I think that was in Trainspotting's in it as well. And quite a few other ones. Ewan McGregor, he's in there. And it's set in the London Underground. And it's about like, it's like an art house. It's like a philosophical sort of drama, or it's about like, it's a very interesting film. It's like an interesting drama. You have to watch it. It says what it says there. So it's a anthology. Am I saying it right? Anthology. It's about stories unfold in the back. Yeah. Just read it. Brimstone and Treacle with Sting. This is kind of disturbing to a point. Yes, I don't know, it just looked interesting. Sting was in it. It's about this guy who he kind of like cons his family, and he kind of gets into their house and he acts all nice, and he's got a sticker on there. I think I originally got this for 50p. Yeah, I wanted to include this. Boisai series and special. Yeah, this is actually a comedy series. It came out in the late 90s. It's I already mentioned this I got it from over there. My British comedies. I already went on about this before. I just thought I'd include it because it's before 2002. Alright, to finish off, we have Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, special edition. Yeah, Who Does Alice? I think it's, do you know her? You know, Danny Elfman. I think he did the singing voice of Jack the Skeleton. So he played Kevin's mum on Home Alone. I can't think of her name, but she did the voice of Sally, didn't she? And the guy who played the mayor, he was in Beetlejuice, wasn't he? Yeah, Woody Allen. There's been a lot of concerns about what he's been doing, what he did. So I don't know if I really want to keep all of this for much longer, to be honest. But yeah, I used to watch this quite a bit. I had it on video. Like Sylvester Stallone and is it Sharon Stone? Yeah, she plays a princess there. And quite a lot of other like A-list select actors. Right, now that's it. This has went on longer than I thought it would. 35 minutes of me rambling. I probably have missed a few out. I've probably got a few more. There was this Japanese film, but like, I don't know if I even have that anymore. It's called Violent Cop. And yeah, I think it was in one of my other videos, you know, when I was looking through that tub of like DVD. I do need to eventually flog some of these or just give them charity stores, you know, Goodwill stores or whatever. But that is my, most if like, you know, not at least 95% or 99% of all of my original BBFC released DVDs. You can see that. Right. I've did what I could. I've yarked on for quite a while, so right. Thanks for watching.